Kids, it's live. It's live. It's live. It's live. Just getting a couple things started. I hope y'all about ready. If it's that time. Peace, peace. So, got all my stuff all twisted up. Peace, Morris. Give it a couple seconds to log in. Kick the science. We got a couple minutes. Give everybody a second to log in. We know what it is. Okay. It's long, it's long. It's long, it's long. I hope you all got y'all pencils and your papers today, man. Because I'm sticking strictly to the teachings. We're gonna illuminate I'm gonna make this simple and plain. I'm gonna make this simple and plain, Morris. To let you know who you are. To let you know what the laws say who you are. So it won't be any doubt. And you remove any doubt of who you are, especially when it comes down to let somebody tell you who you are, especially when it comes down to identifying as something as a Negro, black, and a colored. That denoted slave for life. Let's be honest with each other. Let's stop playing around, especially if you say you're a Moorish American. Let's do the right steps pertaining to the laws. Because anything else, man, you playing. We got a couple more minutes and we're gonna get to the teachings. Like I said, all members and students in June, we're gonna be using Zoom. And anybody that's not a member or a student, if you want to view the lectures, I'm gonna be posting it on my IG page, what time. And all we ask, if you a member, is if you want to see the Saturday Civics, History, and Law. And if you also want to see the Sunday School, all we asking for is a $10 donation. Saturday and Sunday, that's only $20. Members and students, all we asking for the teachers is a charitable contribution of $5 each day, which is $10. So if you members or students, that ain't nothing but a what? An extra what? $40? $140? Because we already donating to our movement 100. We're trying to do something real and honest. We don't have to be afraid of who we are, man. Block all that negative Negro and all that European dogma and that Eurocentric propaganda and that Negro-centric propaganda. Block all that out. Everybody know who you are in history books. It's not even a question or a doubt. It's not even a question or a doubt. We haven't been taught it, and it's our fault. And we're willing, and we have willingly gave up our birthrights. We willingly gave up our nationality. I give y'all simple. Look up the laws pertaining to nationality and what nationality consists of. Don't get caught up in all this scam artist stuff. Get caught up in who you are. Get caught up with the law say. I keep telling y'all, look up the Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15. What do y'all think I be talking about? I'm right here. I give y'all some law, the Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15. What does that consist of? And then I break down the laws pertaining to freedom. I break down the 13th and the 14th and the 15th Amendment. What are we confused of, Morris? What we need to be understanding, what's the next process? The laws tell us who we are and what we can do. The laws tell us what we can do and who we are. I need that.
I thought that was my phone. Sorry.
The laws So it should remove any doubt of who we are. You should not let your children to continue to call themselves Negro, black, and colored. You are a disservice to yourself and the community, especially if you call yourself some religious leader or anything. If you're calling yourself identifying as an Israelite, you out of pocket. We're not stripping you of your culture. We got to be current pertaining to the laws of freedom. Stop playing around. Stop accepting things that really don't even mean nothing pertaining to laws and history. Stop following a belief system. That's why we so separated, because we don't know laws. No one's stripping us of our culture. We are one people. The copper color races pertaining to laws. Read the Declarations of Human Rights, Article 15. I'll break the 13th and the 14th Amendment down pertaining to laws and freedom. You have to study this stuff. This is no joke. This is no, I'm going to make you some card and make you some more. That's scam artist talk. That's domestic terrorism. Can't nobody make you something. Can't no Negro have the power sitting their goofy butt at home talk about they finna make you something with some stupid ID card. You have wasted your time and your effort. And you think what do you think a piece of paper gonna do? Even in the temples. Yes, I'm through the temple. But what I'm telling you, that ID stuff don't mean nothing if we ain't gonna take it to the next level, because our brothers and our forefathers already took it to a level. We must take it to the next level, to the world courts. And that's the truth and the honesty of the AA22 number. Pertaining to laws, pertaining to freedom. We must have 30,000 Negro, blacks, and color, and this number African American, Latinos, and Mexicans sign a petition proclaiming, declaring to have due process and taking that to the world courts pertaining to the laws of freedom. And everybody should know that. Everybody should know that. This ain't can't nobody make you nothing. Stop thinking somebody gonna make you something. Stop letting these shit scam artists with these feds on. You giving them some ID, talk about you done claim your nationality with who? Some goofball Negro that's poor as hell, that don't have no real degrees, real science, giving you a whole bunch of connotated, arbitrary dogma. Taking pictures in front of courts, knowing damn well that they ain't defended themselves. Because if they did, they'd be telling you that the law pertaining to freedom, the truth, if you're a real sheik, you must annex your B and your L to your driver's license, to your college degrees if you have them, to your birth certificate. That's the law. You're not changing your name. You're not dropping your name. You're annexing your freedom, your tribe. And if you understand how to navigate, you annexing your religious suffix. And you don't understand about navigating because you listening, because you think some Negro finna make you some card, you finna get some free. Idiots. Flat out, man. And this is not what this more science is about. This more science is about understanding who we are as a people. Thanks for the donation. It's Cash App $ KG Bay. I told y'all Moors in June. I just broke it down. No more lectures would be live on YouTube. If no one don't want to give a donation, that's your choice. I understand that. But we doing the solid, and I'm educating. And this is my profession. And all I ask my people is for a small donation. And you get something in value, because you can get literature and you can become a student, and we building. If not, it don't really concern me. It don't really concern me, because see, we think it's something honorable being poor and broke. And I tell people, there ain't nothing honorable being poor and broke. Why do you think something honorable being poor and broke? It's nothing honorable being poor and broke, and we call ourselves masters of the universe, and you think, oh, it's something honorable being poor and broke. Man, that's a fool. And the scriptures tell us in Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19, a wine is made for laughter, but money trumps all. It's the vessel, what we attract. We ain't no sham. We ain't supposed to be poor and broke, walking with our heads down, uneducated, like we don't know a damn thing. Unsuccessful. That ain't what this is about. That ain't what the Creator created us for, Moors. And if it is, well, what the hell are you reading? You want to diss a man because he's rich. Why? Or if he's honorable, you can't diss a man if he's rich, if he's honorable and he's doing something righteous. Just like the poor man. I don't give a damn if you poor and you ain't righteous. You poor and unrighteous. We deal with the heart of a man. We deal with the heart and the spirit that's coming from amongst that individual. But we don't hate nobody because they're successful or they're or financially, if they doing a solid for us, because we need finances to build what we're trying to do. If we're trying to do, if we're going to build a nation. And I'm going to show you this pertaining to the laws, who we are. That's why I said here, starting June 1st, Moors, yes, it's your choice. We asking for a charitable a suggested charitable contribution. Every time we speak, if you're not a member, to give $10. If you're a member, you're giving $5 every time we speak. If you want to become a member, though what you're donating will go to you becoming a member. We're going to build something real. We're going to build something real, but the first thing, you need to have confidence in understanding who you are. There's no way you can do anything and you don't have any damn confidence of who you are. Or you think somebody you got to sign some paper for somebody to tell you who you are? That don't even make sense. And I say, well, what the hell is proclaiming, declaring, to have due process? If you proclaiming and declaring, that's something you do on your own. If I say, who are you? And I throw three connotations at you and you ain't on it, you're going to say you a Negro or you an African. And I'm telling you to self-proclaim. See, this is the asinine, is what I tell us. The first, we have to have the confidence as a people to understand who we are. That's number uno. That's number one. We must have confidence to be who we are. We must have confidence to wear our fez and our national headdress and our turban. We must have confidence to understand these teachings. We must have confidence to covenant with our righteous Moorish brothers that's teaching us. This is our obligation. This ain't no damn entertainment. I'm using the internet. Look, I mean, I'm blessed and I'm in bliss to have this connection to reach you guys, my fellow Moorish brothers and sisters. This is an honor and a privilege to be able to use this system and this network and this media to connect with you all over the world. I use this as a tool. We have to get the trust at a certain factor, or what are we doing? It's a certain point we have to trust. We all been hurt before. We all been through some shit. Excuse my candor, but I must say it with conviction. But we use that pain. We got to use it. We got to use it, Moors. It's nobody's business to correct who we are. It's nobody's business to heal us. That's our responsibility, individually and collectively. Because this is a choice. And when you are an adult, you have a choice. I hope y'all follow me. I ain't here just to talk no babble to you. I'm a divine minister. I'm telling you, these words are for me. Man, you got to heal mentally, physically, and spiritually. Y'all missing this whole dynamics. This is not a damn game. See, Negro blacks and colors that get they rusty dusty up in March. And like, for instance, I see so many Negro blacks and color, and I want to give Allah his blessings for covering a brother that was jogging through the neighborhood, and the European Albans just murdered the brother. And now Negroes, every time somebody die, that's when Negroes come together. When a Negro get out, when somebody die or somebody getting out in prison, we want to celebrate or march. Man, we screwed in our mentality. We screwed. We need a whole another plan, and this is the plan. Negroes is playing. That's like when my brother was took off the earth. When I was in the ministry, them Negroes coming to me like, we going to march. I ain't marching no damn where. What the hell I'm finna march through the city for? The Negro killed my brother. So what we gonna march and do? Who we gonna help? What we marching for? That police, that ain't my story. My brother was killed by a Negro. So I ain't picking up nobody damn baton. This is personal with me. My money is personal, my passion is personal. This is personal. This ain't just no business. That's why I said what we do, we connected to spirituality. This ain't just everyday freaking business. This is our lives, man. And if you ain't serious like I'm serious, all you have to do is delete me. I don't have time to play no more. If you're not serious what we doing, these times that's happening, if you're not serious and making up your mind what you want to do, man, delete yourself, man. And that's why we changing our platform to Zoom meeting. This ain't no charity. I've been doing this for years. I've been doing lectures for years, deleting my pages. I've been on Instagram for years. And then when I put on my suit and tie, Europeans pay me for this. They hire me to help them set up their businesses and give them legal advice. And they be like, you are more, you this, and I'm like, none of my people, they not supporting this. When I talk about the dynamics of a 501c3, man, we don't got to complain about nothing. Just like He-Man, I have the power. We got the power to do what? Any damn thing we want to. Pertaining to what? Pertaining to the laws of freedom. Pertaining to what a nationality is. Pertaining to what the law say, what we have the right to do. But see, we playing. We playing. And we going to see who's serious. Because we supposed to be taking it to this next level. I'm not no damn entertainer. I use this to network. Like I said, I give gratitude and homage. I give gratitude and homage to be able to talk to you. I'm not here to hustle you. I'm not here to tell you no stupid ass scam, to tell you to give me your money. This ain't what this about. If we're going to do something, we're going to do something honorable and noble. I know real business. I can't guarantee you no ROI and no investment. Can't no Negro guarantee you no ROI. And I'm not going to take no money from you to try to help you clean up your credit. And I'm going to tell you how you fix your credit. Pay your shit. That's how you fix your credit. You make sure you call up on it, you check it. You don't got to pay me to fix your credit. That's a damn scam. If you got money to pay somebody, fix your credit yourself. I will show you how to do that. I will counsel you for a donation, but you don't got to pay me. Why? Because I'm set up to do that. Because I'm a religious organization. I'm tax exempt. I keep telling y'all, man, we missing the laws. We getting hustled. We getting hustled, just like churches. When churches have everybody that can do a skill, you get grants to do that. You can teach the people for what? A charitable contribution, a donation. And you're gonna pay somebody a whole bunch of money to help you fix your credit. Man, I'll sit you down for a $50 or $100 donation and look at your credit and show you how to fix your credit. You gotta pay me no stupid $4,000, and it's a donation. And it's a donation. I've got grants and stuff to do this in the city, in the hardest hit fund to do taxes. And now y'all see what I'm saying? How we playing? What is our purpose? What are we here for, Morris? I'm not here for likes. I'm not here for followers, but we have something to do. We can't be sitting back, let everybody else to do something, and we say we righteous, we noble, and more say this is what y'all want, and we don't support this with a charitable contribution. What's wrong with that? If you say you woke, if you say you conscious, if you say you some more, if you say you know who you are, how can you be conscious if you're not conscious of anything? You ain't conscious over your finances and what you're doing. You think somebody owe you something. You think everything in life, somebody owe you something. That don't even make sense. How the European know what I'm talking about? Because the European study, the European pay to know who you are. It's their obligation. That's their job. They study you to a T. And that's why they laugh at Negro, blacks, and color that self-identify as a slave. They laugh at you when you talk about some stupid ass Black Lives Matter and then talk about some reparations now. They know it ain't no nationality of black. They know this pertaining to law. So how you gonna get some reparations now? The same people talking that Black Lives Matter, the same people talking that reparations. And the only way you're gonna get some reparations is pertaining to law. See, this is the fact, man. See, this is the fact. This is what our babies need to. Nobody's teaching our babies international law pertaining to freedom. They teach your baby this stupid religion. Well, I'm giving you American history and international law pertaining to freedom. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for the donation. This is what your baby's supposed to hear. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for the donation. This is what your baby's supposed to hear. When I say I give you something to compare to when we destroy that pseudo academia. This is what our babies need to hear after they go to the public schooling, where they need to become in the brother babe for he can teach them who they are in history, in law, in science, for he can show them all through history who you are. For you can think some Europeans made, no disrespect, made some damn ships. Christopher Columbus, I'm gonna show you that you've been made ships. And they copied you. I got it. I'm gonna show you teachings of European professors talking exactly like me. Talk exactly like me. How I know? Because those are the people that I be in the lectures with. When I talk about Spencer Dew, when I tell you, they be like, hey, you Moors. They tell you, Europeans, and you don't have the confidence in who you are. And this is what our kids need to know. This is what our babies need to know. This is important. This is important. Nothing's more important. Money is nothing. No, talk about some black this, black this. No, you have a nationality. I don't care how much money you have if you don't understand who you are. If you don't understand education is vital to our sustainability, you are a fool. Anybody that call themselves some more, and you don't think that education is vital to our sustainability, you are a fool. If you call yourself a Moor and you think spirituality don't come from us, you are a fool. And I say that emphatically with a silver tongue. So and that's the purpose, man. We don't supposed to be on no damn welfare, no Section 8, asking somebody with your hand out. That ain't got nothing to do. How somebody taking care of you call yourself a nation, and you have a culture and a tribe, and you begging for something. And you want some Section 8. You ain't living out to your best ability. You reading all these books and your life in shambles. Man, what's the purpose? What's the purpose? I'm talking to me too. See, I have to heal myself first. You can't keep putting a Band-Aid on it. You must heal. And what? You must understand who you are. And you must love yourself so much to where you love yourself, but you have compassion for everybody else. That's why I say the great God of Allah, he created everything. He created the bluebirds, the red birds, all different ants, all different trees. You think the great God of Allah that damn selfish, he only gonna make one type of species or one type of pigment? You got to be crazy. If you don't understand that, you ain't scientific. You don't understand the science of melanin and keratin. When I break things down scientifically and you just listen to some Negro because it sound good, because you ain't picked up no science, because you just want to feel good. And when I tell you, hey, I don't give a damn what nobody pigmentation is, light or dark, that ain't got nothing to do with nobody righteousness and who is this and who is that. If you can tell somebody nationality by the color of their skin, man, you a lie in a damn sin. It's different foods have different melanin sources. Depending on where you tear it will depend on your melanin and the keratin. And the sun and all those things, all those factors. So don't get caught up in no idiotic Negro stuff. Come on, man. This is what I'm saying. We gotta heal, man. Y'all not listening to me. Y'all playing. I'm telling you, I told y'all, we finna find out we've been playing too long, marching in this stupid kumbaya. And I told y'all, kumbaya don't mean come by here. It means stand up and arise. I break this down so many times. What the hell you afraid of? What you afraid of? I'll wait. Because I want to know what the hell we afraid of. I want to know why we ain't going to put our own scholars and teach ourselves. Look at all our scholars. They died poor and broke. Dr. Ben, people had to pay for him to be buried. Our scholars died poor and broke. Like they just supposed to put all that work in and we don't put them on a pedestal. But you Negroes listen to some goofball on the internet, some entertainer, and give donations and pop tags all day. We finna shut down the Chinese stores, and they ain't even Chinese. They Vietnamese. You ain't stopping no damn dumb Jordans, no stupid ass Air Force Ones you got on your dumb ass feet, but you call yourself a Moor. And see, this is the stuff that I say, man. This is stupid to me, man. And then when somebody do something, we'll march and talk about, and I see more talk about some stupid Black Lives Matter. See, we playing. We playing. And everybody else winning. Why? Because they coming together. They winning. They ain't stupid. They organizations coming together. Man, we too damn scattered. It's too many people trying to do the same thing. You got 10, 30 more doing the same thing. You stupid Negroes ain't decided to merge and let's do this the right way. Why? Because we all want to be the boss. We want 100% of nothing instead of 10% of something. That's these Negroes' problems. You just doing. You just busy as hell. You don't want 10% of something that's righteous. You want 100% of absolutely freaking nothing. We Xing each other out. And that's when I talk about a complete body. What the hell is a complete body? One head, arms, legs. We talk this shit, but I don't think we get it. When we say arm, leg, arm, head, that's a complete body. You can't have a complete function body without with the proper extremities. We playing. But you want to be the head. I'm the head. Why you can't be the arm and the feet and we can walk synchronized? Why we can't come together and make this pop? Why we can't do that? We got to stop complaining, man. We got to stop complaining, Moors. We have the power to do any damn thing we want. Why? Because what? We work. We say we winning. Moors have multiple jobs. We posting on like we winning. And so what's the difference? What we going to do? We always talk about what a celebrity should do. Celebrities should do what the hell they doing. If they ain't rocking with this, why should somebody do something that they don't have no inclination, they can even care about? Why should we say what somebody else should be doing for us and it's enough of us? It's 60 million Moors nationwide. If you know the law. Yeah, I mean 60 million. I'm sorry, man. What did I say?
You said 60 million.
What you thought I said?
30 million of us. Only 30.
That's the problem. I'm now watch what I'm including. You know what I'm including?
Might be 60,000.
You know what I'm including?
Yeah.
What you think? The misnomer Latino, Mexican, and Hispanics.
Oh, yeah.
You see how I correct the teachings?
Yeah.
That's what I've been telling them when people say, I said, no, we correct these teachings.
Yeah.
If the dictionary says we are the copper colored races found here by the Europeans, I ain't including my Latino and Mexican misnomer brothers.
Exactly.
I'm not excluding them because they've been lied to. You gonna let somebody tell you a Mexican and a Latino? That's false. Genetically, you're not no damn Mexican and Latino. You are original to this land. And see, and that's the problem. They got us set tripping.
Yeah.
They done scattered, they done made us, we all some stupid ass minority group. That's the problem. That's the trick bag. They got us set tripping on each other. I'm a Spaniard. Fool, you or more. You got to be crazy. Or you don't think you know more? Ask your great grandma now. They'll tell you. We got to teach our own. The laws tell us this, man. So let's get to this teaching. Our Prophet Noble Drew Ali warns all Muslims, governors, ordered to read the proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or in the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Thanks for the donation. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders would be of severe consequences. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, my 2 cents Moors, health and wealth. And when these principles are violated, the justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. Moors, y'all got to know what the divine creed of the Moorish Islam is. If you don't know what the divine creed of Moorish Islam, how can you say you study in attendance? Especially if you was a student. If you don't, that's what I be saying. We buy all these stupid all these books, these hip hop magazines, and your brother got the books. And all he asked for a donation. Morris can get all 7 of my books for a $50 donation. PDF right to you. We got to teach the history. We can't let nobody control our pen, Morris. I'm an educator. I write our science. Man, you should have more should have my books more than have anything else. I mean, come on. Especially if we members and students, if we want to know something specifically. See, somebody can tell you something in generality. They can throw all this stuff at you. But I done took all that, and just like our prophet, and just like any divine minister do, he'll gather and compile it and make it simple and make it plain for your child can understand it. And that's what I've done. I've done the work. I'm anointed and consecrated. I've done the work. I have a specific skill, just like everybody else have a specific skill. Why the hell am I gonna go to an auto mechanic to learn linguistics? Why would I go to somebody that's gonna change the engine and I want to learn language? That don't even make sense. So you don't hate on nobody that have a specific skill and put the work in and it's righteous. That's an idiot that does that, and we do that to each other. All true Moors will and must obey the laws as laid down to them by their prophet. Right? If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card, button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Drew Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine pleas to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting the prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways. Man, why do all Negro, blacks, and colored, why all your prophets have to be given to you? Why you always got to put somebody on a pedestal and all your prophets in history, you think it's some ancient Greek, and that's garbage? Why? Our Moorish American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my God, and my salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Islam Moors, we about to dig. This gonna be good, man. Watch this. After today, if you're not full, after today, it's something got to be wrong with you mentally. It got to be. After today, once I break this down, it got to be something wrong. It got to be. After today, all you must say is you don't give a damn, and I'm cool with that. See, I'm cool with a person that'll tell you with their angle. When they say, man, I don't give a damn, I think I'm this or whatever, I'm making money so it don't matter to me, or this, that, and other, I'm cool with that. But when a person that's going to act like they know and know damn well they don't know and don't want to know and don't want to be a part of something righteous, man, go on with your games. And we'll never be nothing as a people. We'll never be able to make a stand. We'll never be able to come synchronized in history and make this what it's supposed to be. because we playing. So let's deal with this. Let's deal with something. Because I always give reference, but I give clarity. So, and a lot of Negroes, they love black laws, but they don't understand it. They love talking about something, and I say, can you defend that? They can't even defend it. So you talk in general. See, I get in the law and I talk specifically, just like all different fields. You might be a doctor per se, but you have all different fields of doctor. A doctor just giving babies, he don't know how to practice no damn brain surgery. You gonna get a doctor that give babies and say, oh, he a doctor. Yeah, he give babies. He have a specific craft. Y'all ain't listening, man. Y'all ain't listening. And see, and that's how we get caught up with charlatans and tricksters, because they look like something. Because they'll put the feds on there, talk some good, but they license shambles. They sitting at home waiting how to hustle you. No education, no building. What somebody give you is supposed to manifest. And the first thing we're supposed to do is correct who we are. And then we move to the next level. And then we have something together. We got to stop complaining about what other people doing. I'm legit. The donations that people build, well, we can have the grandest temple in Arizona, and then I'll show y'all how we have subordinate temples in every more city that's a part of this. So when we talk about the tools we need to study, yes, you can study the dictionary, Black Laws, 4th, the 5th, the 6th edition. You get you an unabridged dictionary, and the older the better. Like when I talk about the 18, what is it? The 18, I forget what dictionary that is. The 1828 Webster Dictionary that I got over there. That explains what an American is. You also need an etymology dictionary to get the origin of words, the etymology. I'm telling you, this is how I teach babies. I'm telling you, and I have professors, European Jews, they was like, man, you need to have your own school. Because you know this pseudo-academia, they only gonna be able to teach something. They're gonna teach you African-American history when y'all talk about you some slave, and that's garbage. And that's what I'm doing, legally and lawfully. I'm also gonna provide some stuff for study. But I'm giving you the more science books, but I'm gonna give you this information. Because if you wasn't, how can I say it? Searching for something, you wouldn't be here. Nobody, how can I say it? Will say they lost if they're not trying to get to something or trying to go back to something. We're trying to go back to something. We're not creating nothing new. The laws of freedom is wrapped up in the Constitution and the Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15. I'm telling you, you've been blinded. We must come together. I'm right here. The laws of freedom, the Declarations of Human Rights, Article 15. What the hell is the problem? So what more? What sheik? All these goofy ass sheiks is giving you a disservice if they're just gonna be talking a whole bunch of garbage. If not, what are we doing this for? We're trying to correct something. We're trying to go back to something. And the laws tell us who we are. This is too simple. Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15. This is too simple. I ain't here for no games. This is a civic and a religious organization as well. Because to be a complete fifth, you need your nationality and spirituality pertaining to laws. What the hell is we doing, man? I speak like this boldly. This is the law. This is the law. I speak like this boldly. I ain't afraid to say who I am. I don't give a damn if nobody don't like my candor. You've been lied to your whole life and you care about my delivery. Well, I ain't finna deliver it to you soft. I'm gonna deliver a knockout blow and give you the research. If you don't believe what I'm saying, research it. And we have to have a clear understanding of the definition and the etymology of a word when I talk about nation. And most Negro, blacks, and color, even more, they don't have a clear understanding and a clear definition and the etymology of the word nation. You must understand it pertaining to law. So what are we doing? We don't got to reinvent the damn wheel. How you gonna reinvent something that's already done? That should check you in the first when these Negroes talk about they finna reinvent something that makes their constitution. That's freaking illegal. We are the damn Constitution. If you understand laws, and you understand the 13th Amendment and the 14th Amendment, if you understand law, and if you ain't out here playing, hell. The definition of a nation. Thanks for the donation. It's Cash App $ KGB. A nation. This is the definition. People, race, or tribe. Those having the same descent, language, and history. Man, that don't change. How you think all of a sudden it's gonna change? And I'm gonna give you the etymology of the word nation. Etymology, nation, circa 1300. From French, nation. From Latin, nationum. Nation, stock, race. That which has been born. From natus, of nascus. Be born, native. Political sense has gradually taken over from racial meaning. Large group of people with common ancestry. With common, do y'all hear what I'm giving? I'm breaking down the laws of freedom. You should not be confused anymore. Every more should be following how we should be soldiers, like we follow behind the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple in school, because we teach it. We clean our own house. Give a damn about no building. I don't give a damn about no whole bunch of goofballs under the building talking about that. Y'all don't know nothing. We clean our own house. So the origin of the word means stock, race, and not just political. Huh? By political, I mean a person being nationalized into a different nation than their own. An example of this is how people from different countries have to become naturalized to become citizens of the United States of America. So we're gonna correct all the teachings. And when it says stock and race, it's referring to a bloodline, a genetic code. So when a Japanese man and a Japanese woman have a child, the child is born with the nationality of a Japanese automatically, because the child inherited the stock, the race, the blood, the genes of the Japanese parents. So-called misnomer black people are born as Moors from the genes of their parents. And there are a few requirements to have a nationality pertaining to law. Let's do it. Common descent name of your ancestors, passed down, not made up. Not made up. Your Ben, your L, that's historical. National flag. You can't make up no stupid ass flag. Talk about this your flag. Not that don't mean nothing. That's some stupid shit you made. A common language. Language of Japan is Japanese. You talk about, I speak English. I don't give a damn if you speak English. Oh, you an Englishman because you speak English. You a fool if you think that. Land associated with the nation of people. Of course, Morris, along with these things, you have culture, creed, your holy days, much more, right? And first of all, Morris, we have to make sure we know what more is a nationality. See, this is why I said we confused, because we don't want to be educated. We want to play. We want to play. You got to know what being a Moor and your nationality means. Which means there was and is a Moorish nation of people. A global nationality meaning Moors. We're Moorish before the continent split up into the 7 continents. Watch how I educate you. That we have now. So you can be a Moorish American, a Moorish Puerto Rican, a Moorish Guinean. Just like how you can be from many different places, states, cities, countries, but that don't change your Moorish nationality. You can be from many places in America, but you are still an American. And their dominion and inhabitation, the Moorish Empire, extended from northeast, southwest Africa, across the Great Atlantis, even until the present North, South, and Central America. And also Mexico and the Atlantis. Once I start teaching y'all and I show you the Olmec heads and I show you the African heads, the same, which caused the Great Atlantic Ocean. See, this is the stuff that you know. This is the stuff that you should be already know, because it's in your Moorish Quran. The stuff that's in your Moorish Quran can be proved from scholarship. I'm gonna show you. Moor does not mean black. You gonna let somebody tell you Moor means black. How does Moor mean black and they call you a black or Moor? Huh, man? You see how easy that is for these idiots? Oh, Moor mean black. How the hell Moor mean black and they just called you a black or Moor? They saying that particular Moor of the Ottoman Empire in that skin graph, black or Moor. So what type of Moor are you? Black or Moor just pertaining to your skin. You still a Moor, but we ain't no black nothing. We Moorish Americans. We're copper color racists. Y'all ain't listening. We correct these teachers. You being lied to by your own brothers. You got these goofballs with they got some motive. They got some motive. And I say that ain't historical, that ain't no scholarship. You can only tell that to a stupid Negro. No disrespect. You walking around with these smartphones, I told you, get off Wikipedia, deal with scholarship. We should be teaching our own. I should be teaching your baby's history. You should be learning this too if it's important to you. If not, I ain't talking to you. But Moor does not mean black. Very dark person. And this can easily be proven because at one point, Moors, at one point in time, what I just say earlier, we were called what? Blackamoors. So they still told you who you were. I don't give. They say, oh, look at them pink Moors. Okay, look at them orange Moors. Okay, look at them purple. Look at them green Moors. They still Moors. You see how you being played? So if Moor means black, they would be what? Calling us black. Think about it. Or black.
Yep.
You see how stupid that is? Which obviously makes no sense. And Moor means navigator of the seas. Because that's what we were. They called you a pirate. They called you a Khazar. Y'all ain't listening. Called you a Berber pirate. We were the navigators. Look it up. Look up the word Moor in a good thick unabridged dictionary and see what you will find. And I'm gonna give you some definitions of Moor. Moor, verb used with objects to secure a ship, boat, in particular, a place, as by cables and anchors or by lines, to fix firmly, secure, verb used without object, to moor a ship, a small boat, to be made secure by cables or the like, the act of mooring. So what I'm explaining here, Moors, educationally, you can see that moor has to do with what? Navigating the seas. And it's not a word that means black. Because if you trace the word black in terms of race, nationality, you will find that the concept Moors of black as a metaphor for race was first used as at the end of the 17th century when a French doctor named Francisco or Francis Bernier, 1625, 1688, an early proponent of scientific racism, divided up humanity based on facial appearance and body types. I'm telling you, this scholarship, you ain't gonna get this out there on the university. I proved that they was talking pseudo. This, I'm telling you, man, this is the best education you're gonna get, history education. Not no damn black history. This is the best, this is American history and international law. This is what they ain't teaching you. This is what your baby's not getting. And this is what's being missed out. This is what we need to implement. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. The show them the arts, the craft, the culture, when I'm telling you we wore our fez and our headdresses. And the first thing when they took the indigenous people and the Moors, they wanted to strip you of everything that identified as you. They tech stripped everything, made you cut your hair, your face, everything, and dressed you up like them. Changed Pocahontas' name to some stupid Rebecca. Hey man, hey, it is what it is, man. You can't get mad at me. History tell you when a certain group of people win a place, all they freaking did was destroy it. And that's facts in history. And I ain't gotta call it out. This ain't hate, this ain't nothing. If it was like that, the great God Allah wouldn't have put the real history in books. Everywhere a particular type of people went, they destroyed. Period. And that's facts. So you can't get mad at me, what somebody is by nature. And you cannot find any trace of our people calling themselves black before 1500. Why? I show you in the 1599 Geneva Bible what they call you, blackamoor. Read it. Read it in Jeremiah. Get the 1599 Geneva Bible. And you got a hard religion. We some Israelites. Man, no, you not. Back then, it wasn't even an Israel. If Israel was created a state in 1948, when I show y'all the chosen people, when I show y'all the flag, how the hell you some ancient Israel? You ain't no Israel. That's Africa, a maximum. So stop playing. Stop playing, man. You can be mad all you want. How can a person be a color? Black is an adjective. That's why I said my elementary kids, when we talk about simple etymology, they know black is an adjective. They know it ain't a noun. You can have a green shoe, but you can't have a green. Oh, I got a green. A green what? That's impossible. A noun is a person, place, not no damn thing. See, they throw that in you. That's why I say I correct the teachings. If you free, how the hell a noun be a person, place, a thing? And see, and that's the trick of the 14th Amendment when we let somebody tell us something and we don't correct it. I ain't no damn thing, because the thing is ownership. What's a thing? A wallet. What's a thing? A cup. Those are things. Y'all ain't listening. See, we correct the teachings. We don't play. And that's how they got you in the 14th Amendment. They made your ass a thing or a person. Y'all ain't listening. And that's why the prophet said, be careful. Some of your own Negro, your own sheiks will put you back in slavery because they're not dealing with the specifics. They're not going through this stuff with a fine tooth. This is what I do. This is my craft, man. Can't get mad at me. We are people. See that? Now watch it. It said a noun is a person, place, or thing. And then right behind it, it says we are a people. So we should be defined as a noun. But how can you put a thing in the same category as a noun, as a people? What the fuck is a thing? Excuse my candor. I ain't mean to say that.
Yes, you did.
But are y'all listening to me, Mondo? Right though, mama? What is a thing? Nobody never asked that. Well, what type of thing?
We not a person, we a people.
But you see how we don't ask questions? And I remember when Dad was talking to like, who are you talking to? Like, how can you, the only way a computer is going to give you the answer if you ask it something, right? Right? Hey, Todd's working. You said, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I meant to say that.
Yeah.
I meant to say it. Because we got to stop being nice, man. We always walking around kikiing with our teeth out. That irks me. That irks me. That irks me. We always got to be nice. We always got to humble our. We always got to be not who we are. Timid. I ain't timid. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. See, I can have fun, man. We can use our language. This is us. This is who. Oh, but your son will get in the car and listen to all that stupid rap music, but he won't learn nothing. He'll come out with all that new nothing. But we can use our language to teach something. And see, that's the problem. Your kid to go to a movie, listen to all that stupid rap. Listen to Young Jeezy. Talk about some Percocet, Molly Percocet. Listen to all that dumb stuff. But when somebody give passion and explanation and say, hey, man, you acting like a dumb nigga.
Now you're mad.
And now you mad. You shouldn't talk like that. I go right in your car. I hear what you listening to. Pop your booty, shake it. Pop your booty. And that's what your little daughter's listening to. See? And that's the problem with us, man. We look at celebrities and we support garbage, and you think and all our scholars and educators be dying poor, be having to sacrifice and teach at these universities and know they can't teach the science, but because they have the credential, they got to make a living. Nah, man, that ain't what the great Allah. We can do this legally or lawfully, but we are people, so we should be defined as a noun, and defining yourself any other way is illogical and it's foolish. Moors, thanks for the donation. Moors, what if someone walked up to you, listen to this, and told you that his nationality, race, ethnicity was green? You would laugh. What's your ethnicity? Oh, I'm black. That's stupid. See, you can be Irish, but you cannot be green. And this is how we act when we call ourselves black. See, we also learn in elementary school, Moors, about colors. We learned that black is a singular color, and black does not come in different shades. So what does that mean? It takes these things to make up this color. Yellow and blue makes what? Yellow and blue makes what? Green. So how can our whole race call themselves black? See, y'all ain't even thinking, man. We ain't even thinking. We just walking around with our eyes wide shut, like my dad used to say back in the day. Man, these Negroes walking around physically alive but spiritually dead. And that's a fact. I ain't dead. Oh, yes, you are. If you disconnected to your father and your mother, you dead. Mentally, you dead. You learn that. And black does not come in different shades. So how can, well, this shade of black, this shade of, that don't make sense. That don't even make sense. So how can our whole race, you got to understand law. When I said, what is your nationality? Moorish American. What is your race? Asiatic. What is your status? Free white. If you are confused with that, that's your fault. That's your fault. There's different shades. So how can a whole race call themselves black? It don't make sense. And it's madness. And how can someone be light-skinned, or how Negro like to say it, light-skinned it? I'm light-skinned it with good hair. What the hell is that? You can be light-skinned more, or a lighter complexion, or Asiatic, but not black. And this is basic childhood information and understanding nothing advanced. And this is what I'll be telling more. I said, nothing I'm giving you, this is nothing advanced. No, more about, man, were you giving it that? This ain't advanced. This is elementary. This is elementary. If advanced, if I go advanced, nobody will know what the hell I'm talking about. Nobody. This is elementary is what I'm giving to. This is the elements. This is the what's is above is below. That's how I know Morris is playing. This is elementary. And now that you understand that Moor does not mean black, and that we did not call ourselves black before the 1500s, this is simple. Now we're going to talk about nationality. Watch this. No one should be confused and why it's so important. This should be viral. I'm giving you specifics. Nationality refers to a nation of people. So when you have a nationality, you represent a certain nation. And when you have a nation, you can get reparations, sign treaties, and go to war with other nations. So how the hell some talk about some blacks gonna get some reparations? I'll wait. Ain't no damn blacks will never win no treaty with no damn United States of America. I'll wait. Show me one treaty where a damn black or African American or a Negro went into a treaty with the Americans. Never in life, never in history, and it ain't gonna happen. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. Some reparations now from Black Lives Matter. Man, miss me with that goofball stuff. You playing. So what happens if you don't have your nationality? You become stateless. Research it. Stateless means you lack citizenship. Nationality, which in turn make you a what? A refuge. Refugees, in turn, often have to seek what? Asylum, which means what? A place where they will not be persecuted because of their status as a refuge. In the United States, we call these people what? Asylees. A-S-Y-L-E-E-S. So Moors, a particular nation is not required to give rights to anyone without a nationality. Come on, man. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. During the time of so-called slavery. Oh, if it wasn't slavery, well then you was a prisoner of war. Say that then. Go sit down and say, okay, we weren't slaves. Say, tell them you was a prisoner of war, and then see how they look. Huh? Talk to me, man. See, we're gonna deal with this history. I'm drawing a line today. See? You lack it. And during the time of slavery, what were you labeled as? What was a Negro, black, and colored African American? What were you? You were 3/5. You were 3/5. And this number is not random. It has reference to the Constitution of man. And these are the 5 essential parts of humanity. I say this all the time. Flesh, soul, spirit, nationality, divine creed, which is your religion. Moors were stripped of our nationality and our divine creed. Our nationality is Moorish. If any Negro, black, and colored, anybody call themselves, they some scholar, anything, they telling you any different I am, they a lie. They basing that on their own arbitrarily connotative, I don't even know. Black history. That's what they giving you, which is garbage. You go to school, talk about you finna learn black history. You can't find nothing about you in no stupid black history. Now, and I said stupid black history, and I mean it with a passion. I got degrees. You go right into African American, you don't find nothing who you are. You go right in the Dark Ages and the medieval times and the ancient and modern Britain, you find yourself. You find yourself. When you look up Moors and the culture, you find yourself. You looking for some African American history. And we were stripped of it, of our nationality. Our nationality is Moorish, and our divine creed is Islamism. It is Hebrewism. Do you hear me dissing the scriptures? We are under the Hebrew diet. What do our Moorish Quran talk about? You priests of Cap Visto, this Hebrew God is the deity of Allah. What's that in our Moorish Quran, chapter 11, verse 43? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's chapter 11, verse 43. You pull it up. You pull it up for yourself. What diet we under? We under a Hebrew diet. We under a Hebrew diet. If you don't understand what a Hebrew diet, you a liar and a sin. You a liar and a sin. Because you ain't studying nothing. And that's what it is, man. They're gonna let Negroes separate each other. By doing this, Moors, we were subhuman, which is why we were not, we have not been able to get human rights, only civil rights. Why? Be civil. Stay your ass in line. Be civil. If you don't be civil, what? I'll lock your black, yeah. Y'all ain't listening. You're not listening because you self-identify as a Negro, as a black, and an African American, and all that meant slave for life. You willingly doing that. And just like my dad was saying, he was like, wait a minute. We willingly doing this. Like, we like, this is a choice. You don't got to go ask nobody and say, you know I'm a Moorish American. I just gave you the Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15. You see? You were stripped of this. You were stripped from your human rights. And you were only given civil rights. Just like back then, when Malcolm X and them Negroes took the check, the Big Six, research it. It's always, you think somebody can come and just strip you and everything, and somebody got to get paid. Somebody got to be okay with it. Just like when Jesse Jackson, you Negro, African American? Because at one point you was an Afro, not African. You was an Afro American. Damn, how many times we changed? Huh, Morris? And we want somebody to talk to us all nice, but then we be like, oh man, we talk about a lot of our scholars. Man, he gave it to us the right. Bobby Hemmett, he gave it to us the right way. Yeah, he was telling you back then. That's why I said, man, I'm tired of being nice. We just sitting back like we want to be preached to. Go to church if you just want to be preached to. Human rights are unalienable rights, God-given rights, and we are operating on privileges and mistreatments that are being bestowed on us by the real citizens of the United States of America. They called us black because black, according to science, mean deaf Moors. We are dead nation. Even Malcolm X, he knew that we were not citizens. He talked about it on national TV when he was demonstrating on how black means deaf and how we were 3/5 of a human beings. He told you that. He broke it down how Negro equal slave. He broke it down. Negro equals corp. Negro. He broke that down all the way back then. Negro, Necro. That prefix mean dead. Look it up, man. Negro. Look it up for yourself. Negro. Necro. That prefix. Research it. That means dead. 3/5. Brother Malcolm knew it. Brother Hodge L, he knew it. He just didn't know his true nationality. He didn't know it. And most Negroes didn't know it. Because they buried Noble Gerali under a shallow grave. I'm telling you, he just didn't know his nationality. Well, I'm right here to tell you. Right now, I'm here to tell you, live on YouTube, I'm telling you, your nationality. Boldly and proud. Why do you think even after the 15th Amendment, the black people were still marching for voting rights in 1960s? You ain't never thought about that? Why do you think even after the 15th Amendment, Moors, that the so-called black people were still marching for voting rights in the 1960s? Why? If they were truly citizens and had a nationality, there would have been no problem, right? So if you think that the Voting Right Act of 1965 gave blacks the right to vote, you wrong again. Because Congress, it keeps extending the act for however long they feel. Bush he extended it, remember, when he was in office for 25 years in 2006. Research this science. So this means it is not a right, but a privilege that Congress is giving blacks. Think about this. See, this is how you bring up charges. Wow, with the laws and the facts, we correcting something. So what if Congress decides not to extend it anymore? Think about that. Think about this. If they can sign such a thing into law that easily, then don't you think that with a few signatures, because that's all law is signatures, they could make those same votes null and void? Think about it. Now you may begin to understand the science and what I talk about, and why those so-called black votes that would have helped so-called Gore win then, they were thrown out. I'm telling you, you got to go beyond the shadow of a doubt and research the science, because those people were operating on granted privileges. Don't you know when you vote, you can vote as a Moor? I'm telling you, law, because you was operating on granted privileges and not using their divine birthrights, their human rights, not civil rights. And how can one have civil rights but not human rights? Think about this. How can you have some civil rights and they don't come, and where they gonna draw from? Civil rights can only draw from human rights. The other stuff are privileges. Think about this. I'm educating you, man. Thanks for the donation. Remember when Hurricane Katrina came, what they were calling them? So you got to pay attention to the word. They called them black refugees. But they never called European refugees. And this is because they were using lawful terms to describe us. I'm telling you, I'm dealing with law. I don't care how you feel. They weren't just being mean Moors. They were also being called looters, which lawfully is correct. Technically, they are only in this country because someone let them in. Remember I told you history was in reverse. So they played the trick bag on you. I'm telling you. So if they break into a store to try and get food to survive, they are still looting because they don't have citizenship to be here. Are you seeing a technicality in law? Y'all, I'm telling you, this is how you get caught up in law, not knowing law. I said, I deal with it with a fine tooth pen. That's how these niggas getting their goofy asses locked up. I be laughing. Some try to say that the 14th Amendment, listen to this, and this is how niggas be getting caught up. Me and my parents were just talking about this. So listen to the 14th. Let me break this law down for you. Then you got these goofy Moors talking about the 14th Amendment made all of the so-called black Negroes and African-American citizens. But however, Moors, we know that citizens make the amendments, not the other way around. You got to know this. You got to know this. So how can your citizenship be based on amendment that can easily be taken away? You see how simple this is? When you talk about you study law, like you just politicking with a goofball with a fez on. The name amendment made corporations be able to get equal protection because corporations got considered as legal persons, right? Corporations are fictitious, artificial entities. That's hence the corp, the C-O-R-P, the corp, incorporation. Corpse, meaning dead. So how can they be a person and get equal protection? I'm telling you, the 14th Amendment does not make you a citizen. It allows you to get granted privileges, such as voting, and when they will let you, and entering into federal programs such as Social Security. Also, long as you pay what? The taxes. It's all about money. You can't get mad at me. Not having citizenship also makes you a second-class citizen. I'm telling you, you can research it. Research what a second-class citizen is. Research it. So those are affected of not having citizenship and nationality. So when you look at, for more clarification, Morris, you got to research the legal definition of the words and try to get a third or a fourth edition black laws, and because the fifth edition sucks. You want the older science because they have the old real definitions. I'm telling you, everything is rewritten. They try to rewrite stuff to draw you off the breadcrumbs. Just like if you were doing a research paper about ancient Egypt, you would want the oldest sources possible. Minority, infant, colored, civil mortis, free white person. Also look up jus soli and jus sanguinis. There are the ways that one has to prove his or her nationality. I'm giving you law. I'm giving you stuff clear. Why did the Jews and Japanese both get reparations for their tragedies? Why? Since 1953, West Germany has paid out more than $35 billion in reparations to the Zionist state and to millions of individual victims of National Socialism. Why don't we get any of that for so-called slavery? Because I'm down with reparations, but a nigger ain't finna get nothing. It's fairly simple. We did not have a nation. Israel still got a flag. Japan has a flag, but black people don't have a flag. Why? Because there is no nation behind them. And the Pan-African flag of Marcus Garvey is not a national flag. I say this all over. It has no history past 1920. That Marcus Garvey, that UNI flag don't have no history past 1920. That flag is only as old as Marcus Garvey created it. And that's not hating. I give credit to our forerunner and our John the Baptist and our harbinger. But it is the Moorish flag that is over 10,000 years old. The red flag with the green pointed star in the center. Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. And the nickname for us was the cherry tree because of the red and the green color. So now you understand why they tell us the story about George Washington when he chopped down the cherry tree. Our seal is the Great Seal, which we find on the back of the dollar bill. The original Great Seal had the capstone attached to the pyramid. And the detached capstone represented a strain away from our strain from our forefathers, from our teachings, debasing ourselves from the great God Allah. Somebody telling you all this stuff is scary. This is your science. That's the trick bag. That's what these goofballs do. And when you look at it, when you look at these signs and symbols, when you notice that it's saying the Great Seal under this and not the eagle, which represents the Europeans. Also, you got to note that whenever the government officials speak Moorish, they never have the seal behind them because it's our seal. It's always the eagle seal, which is theirs. If another country wanted to help out all the so-called blacks, people in America, would we even have the power to sign a treaty? No. Why? You know why. Moors have been in America for ages. Moors been in America for ages. Only the Europeans give you history about Cristobal Columbus. I'm telling you. Even Smithsonian, they'll tell you they lied about everything, cover stuff up. When he got here, he met Moors. In the diary he met, how somebody talk about you discover something and people on the damn land seeing you come on your damn boat, but you done discover something. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy. And you never learn about it in school. The first page of a book called Ancient America. Listen to this. They're going to tell you. I'm giving you references. Write this down. It's a book called Ancient America by Jonathan Norton Leonard. And it will say that Columbus was Moorish. He said that Columbus saw Moorish women when he got here. Are y'all listening to me? Write this down, Ma. You hear what I said? Mm-hmm. It's a book. Listen to what I said, Moorish. It's called Ancient America by Jonathan Norton Leonard. And it will say that Columbus saw Moorish women when he got here. And this is a fact. And this is a fact. They taught you in their public school the private food system. That's what I call it. The private food system. That Christopher Columbus, a said Jew, discovered the so-called Americas. It's not true. They told you he was on his way to the so-called Hindustan, India, and got lost. Yet his diaries tell you something else. November 2nd entry in his diaries that his interpreter spoke Arabic, Chaldean, and Hebrew, African, and the discovery of America by Leo Weiner, and were able to converse in Arabic with the king of Cuba. These are the same people that Cristobal referred to as woolly-haired Mohammedans. We were Mohammedans, a fancy code word for more. It's a fancy code word for more. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. So you got to take note that Cristobal had to interpret that spoken Hindu, yet it is alleged that he was headed to a land where Hindu is a primary language. See, Cristobal knew exactly where he was going, and he knew exactly who he would find when he got there. Remember, he was on his second voyage. He was there. We Moors were all on the islands and continents. They call us natives, native Indian, Aztecs, Mayan, Incas, and other mixtures of names, code names and misnomers, slave names. Moors practice Islamism, not no damn Arab al-Islam. And we are Muslims. This is why he called the Mohammedans. Get a decent unabridged dictionary and look up more. It will say Mohammedan, I promise you. Also, it is clear that he knew where he was going. Research these two names for scholarship. Martin Alonzo Pinzo and Vincent Yanax Pinzon. Martin Alonzo, Pinzon, and Vincent Vicenteyanex Pinzon, Pinzon. I'm always going to give you reference. So you don't got to listen to me. I'm giving you scholarship. This changed your life. Thanks for the donation. We were not brought here. We were not brought here through slavery. And this is perhaps one of the biggest lies. They fed us in these damn stupid public schools. Morris, think about it. How in the world could they have attempted to move 150 million people over a 300-year period using smaller ships? Think about it. I'll tell you where, banks made money. Barclays Bank made a fortune making loans to slave shipbuilders. White lords of London made a fortune insuring those slave ships, making fewer trips with smaller cargo capacity, taking a greater amount of time to make the trip than today's modern ships. So wake up, Moors, and do the math. We were already here. Y'all hear me? Our great-grandparents were lied to. Yep. Our great-grandparents were lied to. Our great-grandparents were lied to. Our parents were lied to. You were lied to. People talk about they know about what happened to us. Our language, spirituality, health, nationality, tribal names. No, they don't. You don't have no idea. You are a Moorish American. Your divine creed, spirituality, science is Islamism. Or Islam is the science. I ain't talking about no Negro, no black Muslim Islam. I ain't talking about no Arabic Islam. I'm talking about American Islam. I'm talking about Islamism. I'm talking about Sufism. I'm talking about Hebrewism, connecting ourselves to God. I ain't talking about no stupid religion that separate us. And this is older than all the religions of today, older than the holy books, older than the teachings of Muhammad. Nationality and divine creed, what some say is the 2/5 that is missing from the 5/5, which makes you 3/5 to this day because of your own lack, your own ignorance. Abraham Lincoln did not save you. The amendments did not save you. How can someone that is not in their own proper person be able to save you? Huh? Spirit, soul, flesh, and nationality, creed are the 5 parts of the whole. Moors, man, y'all got to understand this. We Moors are descendants of Moroccans. We're not Moroccan citizens. We're Moorish Americans. We are the ancient Canaanites, the ancient Moabites. But we are born here in America. We traveled the world and gave similar or the same name to certain things as a ritual to draw certain energy because words carry vibrations. Watch this. Isn't it a cargo in Egypt? Also in Illinois too. An ancient name for Nubia was Tananishi. So we named a city what? Tennessee. We have Memphis, which is Egypt. And now we have Memphis, Tennessee. We also have Moorhead, which is Minnesota, which sits in the fertile Red River Valley. We also have Moab, which is Utah, named after the Moabites. It's also interesting, Moors, that Memphis, Tennessee is similar to Memphis, Egypt, in that they both are right on the bank of two very fertile rivers, the Nile and the Mississippi, which both run where? From south to north. There are so many places named after us. Look them up. Moreland, Kentucky. Moore County, North Carolina, The Carthage is the sea. Moore, Russia. We were there. Northmore, Missouri. Lowmore, Iowa. Moorhead, Minnesota. Moore, Idaho. Moore, Oklahoma. Moore, Pennsylvania. Moore, South Carolina. Moore, Montana. Moore, Texas. Moore, Tennessee. Moore Haven, Florida. Moore River in West Australia. Moore, Chisrise, England. I'm telling you. Moorish men wear the fez. We wear the fez. Proof that our ancient Moorish forefathers were all over the place. Where do you think we get the cap that we wear, Moors, when we graduate? The cap is molded. The cap is molded after our fez, Moors. It is the tassel and everything. See, they added the top part, which represents the square, a tool used to measure thought and character. In your Moorish Quran, chapter 5, starting at verse 12, spirituality. And note that there are variations of the fez. And since the headdress is so ancient, there have been many changes to it. You got them in the Eastern Islands, all over, man. The European will tell you. I'm telling you, they know who you are, all over. Man, look, let me show you all pictures of fez as modern. The one I got on, look at ancient pictures. Those are fezes. Those are feathers on their heads. Look at the European taker. They know what it is. They celebrate you all in the Netherlands. But you out here in the States, you confused. Going around calling yourself some Negro. I mean, everybody know who you are. Look at here is Minato, an ancient Egyptian wearing the fez. And then I saw, and I have to say this, I'm gonna call them stupid Negroes on Instagram. Talk about the Pharaoh got his fez upside down. No, he don't. You don't even know what the hell you looking at. And that's why I be laughing at it. I say, all we do is play. We just play. We just play. And that's the problem. Stop playing all the damn time. Notice the tassel hanging freely on this one. Notice the tassel hanging freely. Notice the tassel hanging freely. We just play. Here is evidence our long prominent rule of Spain. I'm gonna show y'all a picture, a member of the Spanish regulars, the army, and he wearing a fez. In the back, he wearing a fez. Everybody couldn't wear the fez. I hope y'all know that. So don't let nobody lie to you. I'm gonna show y'all an ancient Toltec wearing what is a fez. I told y'all Haiti and all them, man, they coats of iron is the fez with a halo. This ain't no joke. All through they showed us wearing the fez. Even they tried to mock. Look, this old stuff. This is before me and you. Telling you, man. And you ain't gonna wear that ancient headdress. You gonna let somebody, cause they twisted up and they made it act like it's some dunce hat. Cause they kept you away from it. I told you, everything about you they make is good. They'll try to make it evil. And they'll say it's a dunce hat. And don't y'all know on Martin Lawrence, Carl was wearing a damn fez. I bet he had to know what he had on his head. What's his name? Cole. Cole had to know he had on the fez. I hope he did. We didn't. He had on the fez. I'm telling you. Look at our emperors and showing you what we wore on our heads. Toppies. And we ain't gonna be who we are. And our turbans and our fez. This is us. This is who we are. Look at the empress got in her hand. Fed, look at all them different toppies. Look at all the other toppy. Hey, empress. You in the room? You in the room? Hand me my toppy that's on the side of the bed, babe. My other I just got. All of these are fezzes. It just, this tassel means something specific when on this particular type of fez with the breathing holes and all that. But I got so many different toppies. You know, this is a fez as well. Like you would say, like the emperor was showing you. I got so many, man, because I'm me. I'm who I am. This is a fez. This is what I hear. You see what the empress is showing you? Fez. You see that? I got all different types, all for all different seasons. Fez. You see? Fez. What? Fez. He gonna want the tassel. That's the one with the short tassel. That's the one with no tassel. All ours. This ain't no damn brimless hat. Here you go, empress. I'm telling you, man. This is the stuff I say we need to know. Our children need to know this stuff. You know? Because you got hustled. I got them. I told you, I have them. With Morris, we have them. It's a donation. I have them all for the proper perforations. All colors. All my members and students get the fez. When you become a member and a student, we with the proper perforations. I keep telling Morris, I'm right here. I got it. I did the lecture already. I did the lecture. I showed y'all Elijah Poobay with the fez. I did that a long time ago. We don't have to, without a doubt. And they gave ID cards in Detroit as Muslims, without a doubt. So it ain't no question. Here go pictures of the Phoenicians with the fez, all through history. It ain't no question, man. There's no question. It's no question. Even when we wore our hair, and when I'm gonna show y'all symbology. Look how Big Daddy Kane wore his hair. That symbolized that fez. See, a lot of you see how the Europeans in Russia, they hats. We grew our hair like that. They couldn't grow their hair like that. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I'm gonna show y'all little figurines of Moors in Spain, just like my Moors heads. Look at these figurines, the Moors in Spain during the Spanish Civil War. Look, Morris. And he gonna talk about, and he gonna play and talk about why would somebody make pictures of people back then where they just turned black because of the wood. That is sorry excuse. They paying who they saw. Lewis and Clark, everybody. My boy Albert Church wore, the Europeans, Gerald Massey, they wrote who they saw. It's no question who you are. It's no question. It's no question. And I'm right here. I'm right here. There's no question who we are. Man, I got a whole library, books, documents. Here is the Liberty Cap, another variation of the fez. Remember I said Liberty Cap? This is a Liberty Cap. Let me blow it up. See, they ain't gonna tell you the truth. That's a Liberty Cap. Don't you know in history, the fez, when you turn it inside out, it's the Liberty Bell? Anybody will tell you. Anybody will tell you. Let me show you the Department of the Army of the United States of America. All they sons, they stole it after you. Everything they stole. Why you think they say left, right, left? I never got a chance to build. And I'm gonna tell you, all homage to your granddad. But see, a lot of our parents, Moors, that was under European masonry, they ain't gonna tell you the truth. I bring brothers out of shallow grave. I know so many Negro black Masons. I'm like, why would you be a black Mason? Now, during those times, it's good because they was coming out of slavery. And they wanted to attach to something, and that's great. And I'm not dissing nothing, because back then, slavery, Negroes like, we need something of our own. But see, back then, Europeans gave them something, and gave them their charters, and don't understand that their charters came from us. And so the last thing that a Negro Mason understand is the first thing that we know as Moors. So that's why I tell our brothers and sisters, any Mason today, they don't know nothing about who they are. They don't know no history of haram or beef. any of our empresses that's some Eastern Star under some European doctrine, they don't know that they are the Eastern Star. They don't know it. And the Daughters of America Revolution buried them in a shallow grave, just like they buried the Negro, black, and colored in a shallow grave. These is facts. My dad will tell you. My dad will tell you. So I don't come from no place to try to make nobody feel bad. I'm telling you from the horse's mouth. My dad will tell you. And my dad come from the horse's mouth. Period. The horse's mouth. Because my dad is an elite. So he'll tell you like what them Negroes was doing, playing. They don't know nothing. Point blank. And so let me show you. Look at the feds. Look at the feds. Look at the feds. I'm telling you. That's why we represent the court flag and our Moorish flag. You're going to let some goofball talk about you want to expatriate from this de facto God. I said, man, I'm home. If not the Moors, who taught the Freemasons and gave them the fez? The Arab, you are the Arab. How, if they sons is Muslim, who the hell you think the daddy is? If they wear the fez in clandestine and a Negro Mason won't even wear fez in real life, what that tell you? A Negro Mason will not wear his fez out of the lodge. And it ain't no hate on nobody because a Negro just want to be a part of something. A Negro Mason would not wear that fez outside of the lodge. He would not tell his kids and his sons about that fez because his fez is defiled and his tassel is pinned down. He is lost. He's lost. He's standing towards the east on some European man-made rules. And we ain't lost. Don't nobody tell us. We ain't under nobody directions. The closest place to find Allah is in the heart. That's why all Negro, black, and European Masons are only 32 and 33 degrees. That ain't nothing but, that's when water freezes in meteorology. You ain't nothing but a damn snowman. Who you think brought them that? My sons, missings. They are our sons. We taught these sciences. And no arrogance or hate. I'm not coming from no arrogance. I'm not coming from no hate. I'm coming from just a fact. That's all. I'm coming from a fact. It's all. Look at the Europeans. They wear it in clandestine. You got to know what clandestine mean. You got to know why they got all that on their skirts and all that, because it's outer stuff, all outer appearances. They stripped you away from who you are, and they mock you. They mock you, and then they make up some stupid ass dunce hat. They mock you. They mock you. They keep you away from your science. Don't y'all know Hitler's regime wore the fez and they were Muslims? I start showing y'all pictures. I start breaking out all the pictures. They were practicing Muslims. I would start showing y'all all the pictures. Period. With they fezes on. Period. You can't get mad at me. I'm giving you history. I'll pull it all up. I destroyed that on the college campus. Standing ovation. You ain't got to look. Tassels pinned down. Look at J. Edgar Hoover with the fez on. Look at him with Arabia on the fez. Look at that. And you gonna let hell. If you don't want your sign, somebody else to take it and call yourself a Negro. The same thing. The Prince Hall Mason, same thing. What about the Prince Hall Mason who didn't know about his Moorish history prior to joining? Let me see. Would you say what about Prince Hall Masons who didn't know about his Moorish history prior to joining? Can the be redeemed? Listen to this, Ma. Listen to this. Listen to this. Now, I just watched this break this down. He said, what about Prince Hall Masons who didn't know about his Moorish history prior to joining? Can that be redeemed? And so I tell everybody, I got brothers down here with Masons. I told you, what do our prophets say? Our prophet said, before you knew who you are, you're not responsible for that. He said, when you were a Negro, you're not responsible for that. You're only responsible for things so when you know. So when you know you annex your B and your L, that's the old becomes new. We let that go. You denounce that. I keep telling y'all, I go to the Philosophical Society. I bring Negroes out of a shallow grave. What you think I'm talking about? Negro masonry. That's what I'm talking about. When I say I bring Negroes out of the shallow grave, Negro masonry. That damn European charter, they ain't gonna tell you that the charter came from you. When I'm telling you they can be 99 degrees, they can be. They gotta stop. The last thing of what they know is the first thing I teach you. That's why all my European professors are European Masons and they bow down. And there's no disrespect. When we come through and we check the light out. And they all say the same thing that I'm saying. Guarantee you. And your own dad or person, uncle that's a Mason, he gonna lie to you. I'm telling you the truth. You can't get mad at me. You can't get mad at me. That's why I say we don't know nothing, and I don't blame no one for joining something if you lost, especially something that you saw people that look like you. That ain't nothing wrong with that. But now that you know that, and you know that they playing, and there ain't no good can come out of that, you are a Moor, because a Mason will deny his Moorish nationality. A Negro Mason, a Prince Hall Mason will deny his Moorish nationality. And a European Mason will pick your stuff up and rock it boldly. So you just want to be like them. And don't wear your fez boldly. Our fez is not defiled. This is science. And so that's why I be laughing at Negroes, that's Masons, and that's Christians and Islam Muslims. Y'all talking about each other, y'all praying to the same stuff, just like the Masons. You got some European over you, some potentate. No way you can be no more. In Moorish science, God and man is one. How the hell can you be some Negro Mason or some Prince Hall Mason and you got some potentate? That's why I say I call out imposters. I know every Negro that be on my page, that's a Mason. How I know? Because if you part of a Mason, you own that charter. Point blank. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. That's why I tell Negroes to be honest. And you know it. No way can you be no Mason and talk about you studying Moorish science, because that's true shirk. You out of line. A Mason believe everything outside itself on that level, especially if you're only a Negro Mason and you're only 32 and 33 degrees, you don't know any science. Especially when you will put black on it. You definitely don't know nothing. Who gave them the fez and who taught them Freemasonry? It wasn't no damn Arabs per se. I can tell you that much. Think about it. Think about the current Pope seal and tell me what you see on it. Look up Benjamin Banneker and you can see that he was a Moor. If you go to the George Washington Masonic Memorial Museum, which I ask all these Negro Masons to do, go to the George Washington Masonic Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C. I bet you ain't nan Negro went. And they have a large display case. And in the display case, they have the fezzes of Moorish heads on them. The 13 colonies, which was given, which we gave the Europeans. It says Ben Bay in big letters. Who the hell you think Ben Bay is? And they have his black fez with the red tassel in there. I'm telling you. And then next, the turban is another of our ancient headdresses. That's right, turbans, turbans, turbans. That's why I tell you, if you understand your law, who you are, no one can make you take your fez off or your turban or your kufi off in a court of law. We invented chess. Look at these old brothers. Look with our garments on, with our turbans on, playing chess. And you want to act like some goofball Negro, some gangster. You ain't no gangster. We are noble men. Here go Leo Africanus. Look at Leo Africanus. What we got on our heads? Our turbans. We self-identify who we were, man. Look at these old pictures. These pictures, this is their artwork. This is their artwork, circa. Ain't no Negro painted these. When you research the paintings, research it. We always had our turbans, our fez on. It represented who we are. Ain't no Negro. That's why I said Negroes already were slaves. I'm gonna show you a Cherokee Indian, a Moor, wearing a turban. Look who has on a Moorish turban and garb. I'm gonna show you something else. I'm gonna show y'all Barack Obama. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna show him Barack Obama in his native gear. I bet you ain't never, but nobody never seen it, have they? Have you ever seen him? Have any of y'all ever seen Barack Obama in his native gear? Well, I'm about to show y'all. There you go. I'm telling you, man. That's why Obama told you, them dumb Negroes in 2010. He like, you got a right of a nationality and the right to claim it. No one will be arbitrary denied of a nationality. He told you what the Declaration of Human Rights were, Article 15. He told you that. And you talk about Obama ain't do nothing for black folk. He did. He told your dumb butt your nationality. Look, that's Obama. And y'all know I'm telling them that's Obama, man. Look at it. Obama knew who he was. Obama said he ain't black. Hell no, he ain't black. Not according to law. I'm telling you. I can go so deep with this teaching, man. I can go so deep with this teaching. But I want to give you a little bit of this last piece and I'm done because we've been going for 1 hour and 30. Cash App $ KGB if you like what I'm saying. Cash App $ KGB if you like what I'm saying. Because I told y'all in June, All our meetings gonna be on Zoom. Only people that's gonna be able to view them is brothers and sisters that donate, and you will get literature. So I'm gonna give you all this, man. We were not all brought here by slave ships. That's the greatest lie ever told. They erased Noble Drew Ali out of history, man. Every European would tell you, from Peter Lambert Whistling, the Sacred Drift, they would tell you who Noble Drew Ali was. Europeans. And then Negroes would talk about Marcus Garvey, but would not talk about Noble Drew Ali, because they know Noble Drew Ali gave us our nationality and our spirituality, and he said it flat out. He said it flat out. You have a nationality and spirituality. And Negroes always talk about Marcus Garvey, but why not Noble Drew Ali? Huh? Everything that was taken from us, he reclaimed in 1928. That's why you just never know about it until now. That's why when I say the inscription on the Liberty Bell, when I talk about the soft fish, you turn it inside out, it's the Liberty Bell. On the Liberty Bell is Leviticus 25:10. And ye shall hallow the 15th year and proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you, and you shall return every man unto his possession, and ye shall return every man unto his family. What do you think that means? Time to wake up. America was part of the dominions of Morocco Empire. When you see the United States Code Title 22, look it up. United States Code Title 22, Title 22, Chapter 2, Section 141, and that the Moors inhabited this land even before American Indians, and that the Moors were and are your so-called Negro blacks and African Americans, and that the black is a misnomer that deludes to slavery as opposed to freeborn man or woman. And didn't you know, Moors, that black and African American is not a nationality, but a 14th Amendment semi-slave status? Did you know that the family of nations will not recognize you as a member of the human race, Moors, if you do not have a nationality, and that you are considered a refugee? See the U.S. Immigration and Nationality Act, Moors, Section 101A, 42, and Section 207E. Remember, Moors, black is a color and not a nationality. And even though Europeans, Moors, call themselves white, if you ask them their nationality, they will tell you Irish, German, Scottish, Dutch. But you, as the alleged black man, will say, oh, that's all your dumb ass to say. I'm an African American. But Africa is not a country. It's a continent with over 50 countries, all inside of it. Which nationality are you then? Are you? And there is 3 Americans or Americas, North, Central, South. And you can't be 4 continents. How can you? Did you know that Europeans strip you of your nationality, your Moorish nationality, so that you could never tie yourself back to your birthright inheritance or the Americans? Do some simple research on the Moors and the American Spanish land grants. Moors, did you know that our Prophet Noble Drew Ali attended the Pan-American Conference in Havana, Cuba in 1928 and received a mandate from the families of nations? Acknowledged that the Moors and the rightful owners to the lands of North, Central, South America, Canada, Mexico, and all adjoining lands. Seek out the minutes of the Pan-American Conference. And also you got to research the Bustamate, the codes of 1928. Research Noble Drew Ali, aka Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali, and you will see him. He was much more than a mere religious man, but the head of a state and royal noble born amongst us, and recognized by the nations of earth. The Europeans will tell you this. Peter Lambert Wilson tell you this right in the introduction of Sacred Drift. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. So I want to leave y'all with that, man, because I'm tired.
Me too.
You got the Ben Ishmael El tribe. When I show y'all all that, when I say like, there's no doubt, man, you shouldn't be confused of nothing. When I show y'all the Novus Ordo Seclorum, the new Seclorum order of the ages, out of many peoples, nations, the Moroccan treaty is very powerful because according to the Constitution, Moors, treaties are the law of the land. According to the Constitution. So if that's the case, all we must do is what? Defend the Constitution. Look at Montezuma. I'm telling you, man, I'm done, man. So I love y'all, Moors. Like I said, starting in June, when I come back from my home state, Michigan, I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. All the teachings will be on our Zoom meeting for our members and students and light seekers. If you're not a member, all we ask for, we teaching on Saturday, civics, history, and law, and Sunday school. If you're not a member, we ask for a $10 donation for our Saturday teachings, and we ask for a $10 donation for our Sunday teachings. And you can get literature. If you want the books, you can get all 7 books right now for a donation of $50, and you can get 7 PDF books. The intro. I got a new book coming out. Actually, I got 2 new books coming out, and I'm explaining the science of our affairs, esoterically and exoterically, and the laws pertaining to freedom. I'm gonna compile it and make it real simple for a child can understand it. I love y'all, man. Islam. Look at that picture of that Moor. I had to just show y'all that again. Look at this stuff, man. This stuff is just amazing. All through history. And you don't think you got no family crest or no coat of arms. Islam Moors.